Hey, what is up everyone? So I thought I would do another video of me removing my gas tank. Now this isn't the easiest thing in the world, but it's also not really that difficult. Just a bunch of unbolting stuff and undoing some hoses. Um, it, it's not that fun, but I need to do it. I've been putting it off for quite a while. One thing I haven't really said is that I've had to change quite a few fuel filters, or just every time I go for a drive, I pretty much blow out my fuel filter with some air. I let the fuel out the bottom into a tray, and then I blow it out with some air. It does have an orange tint to it. There is still rust in there. I've cleaned out my tank. I've tried cleaning it out without dropping the tank, and I've never been able to get all of it out. So I'm finally just gonna drop my tank and do it. I got a reseal tank kit from KBS. Fuel Tank Sealer Kit is what it's called, but KBS makes it. I've used it on my mopeds before to clean out the tanks, to strip them and reseal them. It works fine on the mopeds, but those hold like a gallon of fuel in them. This kit is supposed to be good for I think like 18 gallons or something, and the tanks in these cars are about 17 gallons. Now I bought this kit on Z Car Depot. I bought it. It didn't say what brand it was. It ended up being the same brand that I use for my mopeds. So I was like, okay, whatever, this works. So I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. But yeah, I guess I'll get into this real quick. All right. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is, of course, drain your gas tank, and that's going to be down here. There's a plug right here. I believe it is 12 millimeters. Just go ahead and drain it. I drove my Datsun around for a little while until I had like 5 gallons left in the tank, and then brought it into the garage and used a couple 5-gallon buckets just to fill it up. Actually, it was one. I didn't even use 5-gallon buckets. I actually ended up using a 2-gallon bucket multiple times, and then using my pan to get the rest out. But I pretty much have it all out now. It wasn't too difficult. But yeah, after all the gas is out and everything, I come up to the top, and under your whatever this is called, it's where your spare tire goes. At least in the 2+2s, since I have a 2+2. Is right here, and this is your fuel. This tells you how much fuel you have in your car. It's the fuel sending unit, I guess, is what you'd call it. Just go ahead and unplug it. I've already unplugged mine. But yeah, there's this little cap that goes over it, and it's just 2 Phillips screws, so it comes off really easy. But depending on how long your car has been sitting, these can be a pain in the ass to take off. I know the first time I took this off, it was terrible, but this time it wasn't so bad, since I did replace my fuel level sending unit, I guess is what I'll call it. But it's not too bad to take off. Now, on the top of these tanks is the sketchy part, because there is 2 vent holes on the top, and I believe it's what this one goes to one of the vents, and then there's another hose right here that goes to another one of the vents. And those both exit like somewhere over here, I believe. I believe one actually exits at the top of this filler neck somewhere. Yeah, you can maybe see inside. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. Yep, you can see one of the vent holes right there on the inside of the filler neck. But those are the ones that are the most messed up to take off. It's not that fun. I've watched other YouTube videos of people doing it, and it seems to be a pain in the ass. And this is kind of a 2-person job, but I'm going to try doing it with just myself and see how it goes. Alright, and then underneath the car, you're going to want to undo your fuel lines, which are right here. There's 2 there, if you can see them. Right up there. One above the other. They're not too bad to take off, depending on how long they've been on your car. I just marked the bottom one just with a B on a piece of tape. B for bottom. Know what I'm saying? But they're not too bad to take off. Kind of a shitty deal to see up there, but I'm trying. And then after you get those off, you're gonna want to take these off, the fuel tank straps. And depending on the last time you touch these, they might be kind of a pain in the ass to break free first, like these ones were. I ended up breaking them free with a hand ratchet just because I didn't want to destroy anything. So I always start with a hand ratchet just so I can feel if it's going to strip out or if it's going to bust. And then after I do that, so I don't have to undo it all the way, I got a deep socket on a small impact like this one. It's 14 millimeter, by the way, on mine. But I know some of these Datsuns are different, so, and depending on if somebody's messed with it before, I don't know. But yeah, 14 millimeter nut, let's go ahead and rattle it off. And you do not have to rattle it all the way off if you don't want to. There's like little, I guess, J-bolts, J-hooks. You can push up and they'll move around. You could pop it out of the hole up there because there's a little hole above it, if you can see. So you don't have to undo it all the way if you don't want to. Same for the other side, except it's up a little bit higher. Yeah, it's not, that part's pretty simple. And then again, those vent hoses, if you go under your car, you can see them up there. Focus. It's probably not going to focus, but whatever. You'll see them up there. It's not, yeah, again, those are going to be the most pain in the ass part to get to. But I'm going to do my best to show you how to get to them. I might actually have to end up having somebody come and help me do this because the difficult part is going to be when I drop the tank. I don't really want the tank to hang by those because those have been on the car forever and I don't want them to crack and destroy. But then again, if they do, I'll just replace them because that might be kind of a hazard. But so far, none of the lines on here have been too much of an issue with deterioration. These ones are still all right, but I don't know. I should probably replace them one of these days. All right, now I'll try to take this rest of the way down. All right, so I'm gonna start with taking the passenger side strap off first, and I might leave the driver's side one on because what I want to happen is for this side to hopefully drop down far enough for me to get to those breather hoses up there, and then have the other side still strapped up. We'll see what happens. In all the videos I watch of dropping these tanks so far, I have not seen a part where they undid those hoses. It just shows them going off camera, and then they come back and they're like, oh, we got it off and these hoses were a pain in the ass. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to just undo the J-hook. These might be loose enough already, but we'll see what happens. Flashlight. Definitely wear safety goggles when you're under here. I'm not right now, but these cars are like 45 plus years old, so there's like lots of caked up shit and things and stuff. All right, so I should be able to pull this, push the tank up, and pull that bolt out. There we go. I did it. See, yep, right there is a little J-hook on there. That wasn't too bad. And yeah, I might just take the other one off. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll just take the other one off and see where that gets me on the tank. I don't, maybe there will be enough slack. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay, I might have to undo this one a little bit more. And I don't want to get the bolt or the nut all the way out. I just want to try to, come on, baby. I might, just got shit in my face. I might have to take it off. Yeah, I think I'll just take the nut the rest of the way off. There we go. Lost the washer. Somewhere behind me. That's okay. Okay, so tank is completely free. Okay, this sucks. It's really light though, so don't worry about dropping it on your face as long as it's empty. Alright, now, you can see those hoses up there. Another thing that you're gonna have a pain in the ass doing is the filler neck. I haven't really looked at it yet. Okay, so there looks like there's gonna be enough slack for the vent hoses up there for me to bring down. But I'm trying to locate the filler neck part, because that's gonna be a bitch, I think. Holy shit. So I got the tank out. I'm sorry I couldn't do that on camera. This took me a lot of trouble. Okay. So I ended up being able to get those two breather hoses off. And one of them is clogged up. This little small one right here is like clogged up. So I don't know. Was back feeding when I took that hose off. It was terrible. It leaked all over the floor and I got it. It was like, I don't know how long that stuff's been in there. I think that was like a return line of some sort, but there was barely anything getting through it. This one wasn't so bad. It was kind of stuck on there. I stuck a flathead in the back side and kind of pried up and got it off. But these actually did not come off too bad. I was able to twist them and then pull off after I undid the clamps. But this breather hose goes in right, or not breather hose, the filler neck right here. It goes in right there. So for the life of me, I could not get it off. Let me turn my flashlight on. Oh, okay, there she is right there. Okay, so you see there's a Phillips head on it. There's still a clamp on it. That thing is like filled with shit and I couldn't get it out. It was just stripping pretty much. But it's like, it's seized. That screw is seized in there. So I ended up just being able to pull it off. I pushed it that way towards the driver's side, just pushing it, and the nub on that neck, or on the actual tank, is not that big compared to some of the other nubs on the end of the thing, so I was able to just slide it off. By slide off, I mean push a little forcefully, not too bad. But I'm definitely going to replace that clamp because I'm not going to be able to use it. It's like, it's totally frozen. But here's those other lines. That little one wasn't too bad. This one wasn't too bad. But I'm going to replace that one for sure and put something with like a socket end on there, like a little 10mm head or something. Shit, yeah, that thing was terrible to get off. But I got it, and then tank just dropped right down like nothing after that. But God, that was terrible. Last time I had that many issues with this car was when I did the headers. But let's take a look-see inside. Okay, so let me put my flashlight in there. There we go. Okay, right there. See all that rust in there? When I sloshed it around, you can see some of it move. Yeah, right down there. It's pretty nasty. But just like I said, I haven't really been able to get out. I got most of the stuff off the sidewalls because when I let it soak, that stuff comes off the sidewalls in my evaporush, but it sinks down to the bottom, which is where all this is. Comes off the wall, and you can't always get it all out. And I flushed this tank so many times and was unable to get everything out. But I have the tank dropped now. There we go. So that's a relief. But now I'm going to use the KBS coating tank cleaner shit. That's not going to be tonight. Just letting you guys know. I'm going to do that another night. This took me a couple hours just to get down. Alright, so as you can tell by the title of the video, this is a part 1. Removing the tank turned out to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Kind of a pain in the ass. It was mostly the filler neck that did it for me. But Just a heads up, that filler neck kind of sucks. I had to balance it on myself and get it out. Luckily, the clamp that was on the tank part of the filler neck, it's not that bad. The lip that's on that the neck goes to, that's on the tank, it slips off pretty easy. It's not as big of a bump around there as some of the other parts of the necks on the tank. So just a little heads up on that. I wouldn't even try to take that clamp off if I were you. Just try to get the rest of the hoses. There's 2 hoses on top of the tank. Undo those, and then make sure there's nothing else holding the tank up. Hold it down and kind of pull it out away from the filler neck. That's what I did. It worked. I wouldn't try to undo the screw there or anything. That clamp, my clamp was like rusted kind of, so wasted effort even trying to loosen it up. But definitely a heads up to do that. It's a pain in the ass. And then the video that's coming right after this is me cleaning the tank. I already did I pressure washed the inside of it and a couple times, ran hose through it, and then I did the first step of the KBS tank sealer kit, which is a KBS clean with a K. But yeah, it's a pretty easy kit to use so far. I've ran the clean solution through it twice. I actually have the second batch sitting in it right now, and I've been stirring it around every few hours. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry it turned into a multi-process thing. Part 1, part 2, probably gonna be part 3, putting the tank back in. But so part 1, removing the tank. Part 2, cleaning the tank. And then part 3 is probably gonna be putting the tank back in, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. And I might actually have my brother-in-law come over, or my brother, and help me do that. Since it's not the most fun thing to do. That tank's not overly heavy or anything, but yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do whatever. I'm also gonna have another, actually not another, I'm gonna have a video of the Honda Trail 70 I have. I was planning for that video to come out sooner, but there's more wrong with it than I thought there was, so I ordered some parts that are coming from Malaysia. They should probably be here like in a week or 2, fingers crossed. But yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll see what happens. I got multiple projects going right now. I'm just trying to get the Honda 70 out of the garage so I can have more room for body work and doing the control arms and coilovers and welding in my garage. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Peace.